creating a safety net, right? So this information is for somebody that is actually starting from zero, right? Why I think this is important to you is you might not be aware, but the system was not actually created for you to come out, right? Everything that you see as displayed to you from your conventional education, how it is structured, to the entertainment, the type of entertainment that you receive, the kind of adverts you see, the loaning apps you see, all of these systems is actually created to keep you small, right? The system is created to make you spend more than you actually earn, spend faster than you earn, right? So you see things like pay small, get this loan. All of the idea is just the system is actually rigged against you that is starting from zero. So one of the beautiful questions you ask yourself is, how do I create a safety net for myself? Because you like it or not, the rich and the poor are not playing the same games, right? So for instance now, the educational system or schooling per se for the rich is just signal. For them, they understand that it is not about the grades for me. It's about, I want to tell them that I am part of you. So with the certificate, it's just a way of saying, yes, I am part of you. But they already have certain relatives. They have a kind of name. They have an advantage over the poor person that is being taught that, oh, no, just pursue the grades, have clean grades. And then you notice that after pursuing to get all of the beautiful grades, there is actually nobody that you have in a place that needs you to come in with that certificate, right? Do you know there are certain companies that actually hire people because of their surname? There are companies that take some people because the power of their contact list can help the company close certain deals, right? So there is always an advantage for the rich over the poor, and then the poor should understand that, how can I create safety net? Now there's one beautiful statement that is thrown around carelessly, and that statement is fortune favors the bold. And they don't put that into good perspective for the poor. They don't tell you that being bold is actually an expensive asset. You are not bold. You are not choosing not to be bold because being bold is free to everybody. No. Being bold comes with a certain kind of privilege. So you see the so-called self-acclaimed billionaires that we have now. You see people like, the story of how he dropped out of Harvard, went to his garage and began to build something. Now, hear the statement, drop out of Harvard. Do you know how much it costs to actually school in Harvard? Now, even the mother of this same person was a board member for IBM, and that was like a major facilitator to his first major deal or first major project, right? This is because he had an advantage in his corner. So you see these guys who say things like, I did this, I pushed all of my money into a particular business. They wouldn't tell you that they are people that have trust. They are trust fund babies. The idea is, whatever it is that I do with my own money that I made is not a problem. I have a particular chunk of money that is tied to my name in a trust somewhere. So I can afford to actually go all into a business. But a poor person should understand that I do not have the advantage. So how should I approach business now? I should approach business with trying to create a safety net for myself. So I can approach a business and say, how well is my capital secure? I can risk the profit, right? I can risk the profit. But how well is my capital secure? If I have my capital secure, let's gamble on the profit. So that's a way of thinking safety nets. Why am I doing this? I should also, I can give another approach to business as, can I take a job? Can I have a job somewhere else to fund my basic amenities, all my basic needs, A job should be funding that for me. My salary from that job should be funding that, while I still keep trying to grow my business. Because you like it or not, the system is rigged. And there is an unfair advantage to the rich. They are either opportunity to have elite educations where they don't teach the same things that they teach you in the poor environment. They are opportunity to either come from a socio-economic environment where they have the leverage of cash or name or access, right? But for you coming from zero, your idea first is not to win. It's first of all not to lose. So there's a big difference between playing the game of finance to win, and a big difference between another game of playing the game of finance to not lose, right? And I think I've done one video on that, trying to put the analogy of trying to win and trying not to lose. And a person coming from a poor background should first know that my game is not to win first. My game first is not to lose, and that is to pursue safety nets. And over time, with the advantages I now begin to create for myself, the assets I begin to create for myself over time, I can now compete in the same level, in the same space with the rich. Do you get the point? So pursue ideas with knowing that I don't have the advantage yet as somebody starting from zero. I need to find areas to create advantages for myself, and over time compete on the same space with the rich.